Hey guys, what's up? Here's a new Blender 2.8 modeling tutorial for beginners in which we will create this simple stairs model in about 6 minutes. I start Blender, we don't need this camera, so I press the delete key to delete it, and this time we will delete the default cube as well. First let's change some settings. Be sure to set the snapping to increment, which means we are snapping to the grid, and then check this button here to enable it. Alright, then we add the first object, press Shift and A and add a plane. Press the Tab key to switch to edit mode, then press the R key followed by X to constrain to the X-axis and type in 90 to rotate 90 degrees around the X-axis. Great, then press 1 on the numpad to go to front orthographic, then press S followed by 0.5 to scale down the plane 2 times. Okay, now the next setting, in the sidebar, open the Tools panel. If the sidebar is not opened, you can do this by pressing the N key, and in the Tools options, enable Auto Merge and set the threshold to about 0.05. Now all the vertices that share the same location, or better to say that are in the range of this threshold, will be merged. Okay, now select the Move tool in the toolbar, and then you can move the plane and it is snapped to the grid. Alternatively, you can press the G key to move it. Okay, now move it to this location, to this kind of quad in the grid, and then I press Shift and D to duplicate the vertices. Okay, and because we have Auto Merge enabled, the vertices that share the same location will be merged. And then I do this 3 more times, and we end up with this 5 stacked and merged planes. Great, and now we can go to Face Selection, choose the Box Select tool, and then select these 4 faces. And again we press Shift and D to duplicate them and move them to the right, and they are snapped and merged. Then I deselect the top face, again duplicate, and one more time for these 2 faces and then the last one. That's pretty simple, right? And you know what we created. This is the base shape of the left side of the stairs. And now we can use the Move tool again with snapping still enabled and move it to the left. If you like, you can also use the shortcut keys, press G followed by Y to move it along the Y axis. And snapping is enabled as well, and you have the same result. Okay, now we have to extrude the 3D shape, so we press E and move this part to the right. Okay, and this already looks like stairs. Pretty simple so far. Now I select the top faces of the stairs. Be sure to have face selection enabled and hold the Shift key down so that you can select multiple faces at a time. And now select a tool called Extrude along normals. You can see this gizmo and you can extrude these faces upwards. You can do this with the regular extrude tool as well, but now I select these faces here at the outsides. Then I rotate the view so that I can select these faces here as well. Okay, and now we can extrude these faces along their normals. After that, this small panel appears where you can define a precise offset. And I also enable an even offset. Alright, now I select again the top faces and select the Move tool to move them slightly upwards. But before you do this, you have to disable snapping. Okay, that's the modeling part. Now let's make them look a bit more crisp and clean and nice. So with the stairs selected, I go here to the Object Data Properties and set the Auto Smooth to a high angle. Let's say something about 100. And then I select the modifiers panel and add a bevel modifier. I increase the segments, I set it to 3, and this looks pretty good. Okay, what else can we do? The stairs are perhaps a bit too high, so I go to edit mode and then select the scale tool and scale the stairs along the x-axis. Just like that, and then let's come to the rendering. I want to see how it looks like with some shadows and the default shader for the material, so I switch to the Look Dev mode and enable also the scene lights. We just have one point light, but that's okay. And then I open the Render tab and enable Ambient occlusion, a bit of bloom, increase the quality of the shadows. Yeah, and that's basically it. You can move around the point light now, see how the shadows look like. And as you can see, if you know how to do it, it's very easy to create a model like this. So guys, that's it. I hope you liked this short modeling tips and tricks video. If you do, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel, to Jayanam. If you have any questions, then just add these to the comments. Follow me on my Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, support me as my patron, this would be great, and I see you soon here on Jayanam.